right, we're about to start in just a moment here. Going live on Facebook in a couple of moments. Today in Crypto Show. All right. How are you doing, guys? Vitalik is here, founder and creator of Bitcoin's Walls Club system. Super excited to have you here for another episode of Today in Crypto Show. As always, we are covering some of the latest and greatest news about Bitcoin, about cryptocurrencies, and the most important thing is that you show up, that you every day plug into what is going on in the markets, because I'm telling you guys, the moment that the bull market will start and there's going to be some life-changing opportunities in the market are coming and approaching soon. And if you're not in the game, if you're not paying attention, then you are going to miss out. Okay, you can miss out on some of the biggest gains in your life with investments. So I'm super excited. As you can see today, the top crypto market cap is up by about $6 billion from yesterday. We see Bitcoin is trading at $6,792, almost 6,800, which is up 2.58%. Ethereum is up as well, $490. Ripple is up, Bitcoin Cash is up, EOS is up. Pretty much a lot of the cryptocurrencies are up because of they're very correlated with Bitcoin. Obviously, some of the biggest gainers, we can see Tezos, a controversial project that is now gaining 40%, which is really awesome to see. Bitcoin Diamond, I don't know if you're using that. Bitcoin Diamond, it's a fork of the Bitcoin network, 35% up. Digibyte is up, Zcoin, Veritasium. Those two, I like those two projects. Very, very cool. And not big losers, as you can see, like among the top 100 cryptocurrencies, minus 7.19% was the top. And with broadening the spectrum of the lower caps as well, in terms of market cap, we can see some big gains here. 280% in Sakura Bloom, 182% Go Chain, etc. So we're really starting to see, I think, the beginning of the bull market, and this was the prediction that Cliff High made in July in the beginning, that we are going to see this rise, and we do see that. Bitcoin approaching the previous levels slowly and gradually. So some people say 15,000 or 20,000 by the end of the year. So we're going to see about that. Now, recently, another rehabilitation facility has been opened in Scotland, okay, for people who are addicted to trading cryptocurrencies. So, are you addicted to trading cryptocurrency? You know, and there is some questionnaire that is published, like, to identify if people are truly addicted or not. And quite frankly, you know, it can be addictive, especially like if you are like watching the crypto market all the time, and you know, going beyond your financial means to invest is not a good idea. Repeating checks on cryptocurrency prices like morning, afternoon, evening, all the time, you know, seeing that. The height of fear of missing out, in crypto slang, right? Fear of missing out, not sleeping or causing some lack of sleep. That's not a good idea. Continue pouring money to trade cryptocurrency. Well, trading is one of the most profitable things that you can do to earn more Bitcoin, to gain more Bitcoin in this space. But we don't want it to become an addiction, obviously. You know, that is like a drug addiction. We want to everything in proportions. So it's very good to know the skills of trading so that you're confident in trading and you're not just gambling. Of course, if you don't know anything about cryptocurrencies and the space, then going to the market and buying some coins, you are essentially gambling in a way, because you just don't know. You're just throwing money out on some trade and seeing and hoping that it's going to work out. No, you need to actually understand what you're doing. You need to buy low and sell high. You need to manage your emotions. You need to understand, you know, the strategy, the overall strategy. That's the most important. And that's what we're teaching inside Bitcoin's Walls Club, our Crypto Trading Millionaires coaching we do every week. So plug into that, learn the skills of trading, because it's going to help you be sane and get awesome sane results with your trading cryptocurrency without losing any sleep. Now, Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin is making a statement once again that is kind of jolting, that he hopes that centralized exchanges will burn in hell. Now, you know, that's where the majority of the trading activity is actually going, in those exchanges, right? Like Bitcoin, for example, if you go to the markets, right, it's being traded on Bitfinex and Binance, OKEX, Huobi, Binance again, that's another pair, HitBTC. Like, why would he say such a thing, that he wants them to go and burn in hell? Because basically the listing price of the coins to be listed on the exchange is extremely high. Sometimes it's like $10 million or even more in listing fees to get appear on the exchange. So that really stops a lot of the new projects that may be even better than the existing projects to enter the market and to gain this widespread adoptions among the crypto users, because they just cannot simply afford to enter into this exchange. It's decentralized. And the solution to that was decentralized exchanges that have already, you know, they began working on those. And it's important to understand the pros and cons of the centralized exchanges like Binance and decentralized. So the pros of centralized exchanges is that it is controlled in a democratic manner, right? It runs on its own blockchain, and decisions are taken by all participants. So there is no central authority that is controlling the exchange, and the users hold their own tokens. So there is less likelihood of like, you know, hacks going on, because contrary to the centralized exchanges that hold all of the capital for the users, right? It's a target for hackers. And with decentralized exchanges, they are more secure because you control your own private keys at all times, and they're also more efficient, right? They don't rely on central server. It's fully distributed around the network, increasing the efficiency. The cons of that is it's hard to sell your crypto, right? And the liquidity, that's a very major problem, because few people know about decentralized exchanges. It's a relatively new concept, right? And many people are not familiarized with the concept, and they prefer to use the one they are fully understanding, right? They fully understand, like Binance or Bittrex, for example. Okay, so that's the issue with the centralized and decentralized exchanges. And you know, in the future, I really see how this will develop with time. I mean, in a couple of years, those decentralized exchanges will grow more and more in popularity. And while that happens, currently Binance is making $1 billion this year in profit, which is more than the banks, right? The large big banks are making in profits. That's how powerful big centralized exchanges are. Now, speaking about some trading tips, one trading tip I can give you is with RSI. It's very important that you familiarize with this. Very simple. It stands for the Relative Strength Index, and basically it shows if the market is oversold or overbought. And you can see those points that are at the top, they correlate with Bitcoin being at the top, being overbought, and those are great times to sell, right? When it's above the 70 to 80, that's a great time to sell, and vice versa. You know, those dips, right, oversold, that's a great time to buy when it's about 30 to 20 to 30%. When it's dipping that low, you can know that it's a pretty good time to buy. So when you look at any, like EOS, for example, and you take a look at this RSI indicator, you know that right here at this level, this is where you would probably want to sell, right here, because it reached like 87% RSI. And this is where you probably want to enter on the 26th of June when it is 30% RSI. Those are the best times to get in. Of course, there's other indicators as well, but this is one of them. Okay, so pay attention to this, and maybe I'm going to move like this so you can see. This is the RSI. This is how it looks like. On the right there is like 80% over here and 30% at the below of this RSI level. So anyways, we have a cheat sheet that we published inside the Bitcoin's Wealth Club that you can see the top trading indicators that will tell you instantly whether it's a good time to buy or sell cryptocurrency. Make sure that you're familiarize yourself with this. And another last news for today is something that I think I covered a couple days ago, but it's important to reiterate that we have Europe's largest trader of exchange traded funds is opening doors to the crypto market with ETNs, exchange trade notes, which will allow basically to billions of new dollars to enter from institutional capital to enter the market, forcing the price to increase. So that's the takeaway that I wanted to get, is that you know, it's really possible for a lot of big hedge fund companies to enter the space this year, and they can push the prices higher because of that. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Hopefully you learned something and you have a blessed and fantastic weekend today, and I'll see you guys